Good afternoon. I'd like to welcome you to CNFT Futures Trading, ongoing discussions about trading futures, the commodities markets, the futures market, trading methodology, education, etc. We quite often are asked in our environment, why trade futures, as I'm sure you have been or will be if you bring up the subject amongst your friends. Why trade futures? The number one reason, futures are for trading. They're not an investment. You don't own anything. You own the right to buy or sell a particular commodity or futures contract at such and such a price by such and such a date. There's a tremendous amount of leverage that can be gained in trading futures. Day trading margin requirements can give you leverage of up to 100 to 1, and overnight margins can range from leverage of 20, 25 to 1 to as low as about 5 or 6 to 1. The best margin rates that you can get, i.e. the best leverage you can get in trading equities, is 4 to 1, and that's for day trading only. If you're going to hold them overnight, it's 2 to 1, and that's by federal law. So the big reason to consider futures or commodities for trading is the fact that they're an instrument that can actually be profitably traded. They're set up for that. So why trade futures? If you want to be a trader, futures are the answer. Stocks, bonds, options are very, very difficult to trade on a short-term basis just because of leverage and transaction costs. I think the biggest reason that most of us consider becoming traders and having to go through what you have to go through to become a trader is that it's just purely, in one word, independence. I mean, you're free to do what you want, when you want, where you want to do it, and how you want to do it. And there are very, very few opportunities out there that actually give you that kind of choice. You are your own boss. You're not beholden to anyone, any place, or any time. It's all of your choosing. And if you're a self-starter and a self-motivator, that's really, really good. If you require somebody else to get you going and get you up to living and getting after life, then trading's not going to be for you. I like the fact because in trading you can build as big a business as you want just by increasing the number of contracts traded, as opposed to hiring extra people, building more physical plant, and dealing with all the rules and regulations that we face in business today. Studies have been done in our $17 trillion economy for the United States that upwards of $2 trillion is spent to satisfy the regulators at the federal level, the state level, the county level, and the city level. And having been in business myself, I can tell you that the regulatory burden is expensive and onerous at the same time. So you can build one really, really large business quickly through trading that you can't really do any other way. If you look at the list of billionaires in the United States, over half of them come from the financials industry, and most of their money has been made in a generation or 25 years or less. And there's very, very few arenas where you can do that. Trading is one of them. The second area is the challenge. Most people in the world need money to live, to finance a lifestyle. If you want to finance a fancier lifestyle and overhead, it takes more money. And if you believe what you read, money is the driving motivation for most people in the world. And in trading, because you can make a lot of money quickly, the best minds in the world are attracted to this arena. So you're going to enter the most challenging arena that I know of in the business or personal world out there, even probably more so than top-level athletics. You're up against the best minds in the world, and if you can compete successfully against these best minds in the world, it is very, very satisfying from a personal standpoint. You can validate your competence, you can measure your competence, and it does wonders for your ego and for your peace of mind. So the challenge is really, really one of the aspects of trading that keeps bringing you back. The fourth area I want to talk about is that the market always changes. The market focuses on certain things for periods of time, and the focus will shift. And you have all these interrelationships between our economy, the world's economy, our currency, interest rates, commodity prices, energy prices, etc. So you got to figure out what the market's focus is, and it's constantly changing. Over time, not instantly, but it does change. You have to put all of the potential factors in their proper perspective. You have to get it into the context of what's driving the trading today. Then you have to come to a decision whether you want to be long or short. And This keeps you interested. It's not a grind. It's not a drudge job. It's not something that you're going to tire of because it always changes. And if you're going to excel at this, be successful at this, then you're going to have to change with it. It's never the same. You can't get stale. You can't get bored in this game. It makes you want to get up in the morning and get after it daily. And the last area I want to talk about is personal growth. I think as you become successful trading, as you've climbed the ladder and have reached whatever level it is that you can reach, I think when you look back on this personal growth and what it took to get there, that the personal growth aspect of trading really exceeds the monetary rewards that come with that. You're a much different person at the end of this growth to becoming a personal trader, a successful trader for your own account, than you were when you started. You know, when people get in this, they say, boy, if I could only learn to trade, I would promise to give half of my winnings or half of my returns to charity. Or if you're a wife beater, and this is an extreme example of that, but I use it to make a point. You know, I promise to quit beating my wife when I become a successful trader. I would say that you can't become a successful trader without quitting beating your wife. And I would say that you can't become a good trader without being charitable at the start as opposed to the end. So when you get into the trading game, you're going to have to face all your personal foibles, all your fears, all these limitations that you've created for yourself, and you're going to have to solve those as you climb the trading ladder. We hear all the time about fear and greed drive the markets, and that's true to a point, but what you really have to learn how to do as an individual is make decisions quickly with high degrees of uncertainty, and that's hard to do. You've got to let go of your beliefs about what should happen or what could happen and look at reality and see what actually is happening and then trade with that reality as opposed to your beliefs. And when you can do all of this and when you solve all these problems and when you finally emerge and grow into a complete trader, it is very, very satisfying. And then looking back on my career and talking with a lot of other traders that have made it, the two things that come up continuously in our conversations, number one is humility. I mean, you can't, if you put your ego out in front of yourself and if you trade off of your ego, you're going to be disappointed. So it really, really does teach you how to have humility. And the other one is that you're just filled with awe and wonder. How did I get to that trading decision? How did I see through this? How did I predict that particular trade? How did I trade it successfully? How does life give me these opportunities on a continuous basis? And that awe and wonder about life itself and then the humility that comes from successful personal growth are what will keep you coming back to the table. If you'd like to discuss this further, please contact us at CN Futures. We'd be happy to talk to you about it. You'll find us on the web at www.cnfuturestrading.com. Come to our site. You'll see what our software, our trading programs, our education programs, our methodologies can bring to you. We also offer a 5-day free trial where you can join us in our trading rooms and see how we do it real time. Our email address is info@cnfuturestrading.com, or you may call us directly at 312-361-3895. Looking forward to talking to you in the near future, and in the meantime, good trading.